Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So the Ethereum chart also follows our expectation here of lower prices. We talked about this Elliott Wave triangle. We talked about that what came up here was possibly a wave E. Yeah, and the wave E could have already ended. Yeah, so this is definitely a scenario to look at here. Because it broke here previous support, it broke that BD line. Now, without a doubt, I can just relocate that BD line down. Very important is that that low, yeah, if it is supposed to be still a triangle, that low should not get below $1,700. So what we expected here was a wave D low. Yeah, I showed you here this ABC correction within the wave D of this triangle that I believe hit target. We then moved up in what could be counted as a wave E. It doesn't need to be very long. It just needs to be a 3-wave move, which this was. And then we already moved down here. Now this can mean two things. It can mean that we're already on our way to the downside here, or it simply means that this wave D has not ended yet. And that is what we now need to see, what the market needs to tell us. It already looks quite impulsive what is coming down here, I have to say. But until we still trade above $1,700, it could still be a triangle. Yeah, so this could, as I said, still be the wave D, and the wave E will then still be coming. At the moment, for me, because obviously we had here, we could count this as a 3-wave move, as an ABC already, and because we had a bit of a small rally to the upside here in a wave E to 1860, I would now primarily see this as already the beginning of the move down. However, if we move back above the wave E, then it just indicates that the wave E wasn't finished yet. So the wave E is at 1850 actually. So if we go back above that, then there is a likelihood that the wave E was never finished, that then probably this is the wave D, and the wave E will come up once more higher. The only thing the wave E is not allowed to do is to move above $2,013. So very clearly below $2,013, I'm still expecting here a move down. Yeah, you can even see this from a not Elliott Wave perspective as some kind of a bearish flag or a bearish pennant which is forming here. So we moved down very strongly, and we just have this consolidation phase, which is usually to be considered a trend continuation pattern. Yeah. And however, if I add the Elliott waves to it, so this ABCDE triangle, which would normally break out to the opposite side of the wave E, which would then be breaking out to the downside expected, this adds up. You know, the Elliott wave count adds up to what we see anyway in terms of a pattern and a correction after a downtrend, which would just show us that this is probably still just a consolidation after a very strong sell-off. So we're also getting closer and closer to that $1,700 level. We made a new swing low here compared to 1768 here that we on the 1st of June. Yeah, that was a swing low. We moved down here, and now we're just hovering above that $1,700 level. Now that is a very, very important level. The $1,700 level is that low from the 12th of May, and it has been very important previously here, and I showed you that before from June 21, very important support. So my primary expectation is still that in this ongoing overall correction that we're going to end somewhere here in this yellow target area. So I'm going to take that one out here up there. This would only become valid again if we are making a stronger move up and go above $2,013. Then I would expect the price to go into this area here and then come down. But I'm going to take it out for now, because at the moment this is not an option that I find very likely. If it happens, we can always add it back, but that would be only above a breakout above $2,013. Now we are, as you can see, quite far away from that. So at the moment, everything for me is pointing to the downside here. And I believe that this overall correction for ETH with the highest likelihood would end here in the region between $1,200 and $1,500. That is what we can see based on the targets of those waves, but also in terms of just having some critical support levels here in the 200-week moving average, which is around $1,200 at the moment. So yeah, waiting here, need a bit more patience here to really get some clarity, but it's really looking like also from the Elliott wave count that we are going to move down lower. The only question here for me short term is just has that ABCDE already finished? So do we have something like this here? The wave E peaked here. With the wave E, we would have had already the wave 4 peak here as well. And we're now moving down, possibly in the first or in the next unfolding 5-wave pattern, which goes in the direction of the high level trend. So here 1, probably still not finished, but let's just say the 1, the 2, the 3 would be next, the 4 and the 5. So the next wave down then, if this is already what happened, that after the wave E high, we're already in an unfolding impulse to the downside, the next wave down here imminently, yeah, when we break the next swing low here at 1738, that should be quite a strong sell-off, because based on this, it would be a wave 3, and a wave 3 is normally very strong, because it then is an established trend again. So if we see it like that, that could really be a strong sell-off. So this is one alternative in this scenario. I believe this will get much more likely, of course, if we break below the previous swing low at 1738, but then really that wave B low and the wave 3 low here at $1,700. The alternative is that, as I said, we had the wave D just finished now, and we are waiting for a bit of a rally to the upside in a wave E, and will then come down. So this is just where we just need a bit of patience. This is also, truthfully speaking, here where TA gets to its limits, clearly looking at that like it is, you can see here bear flag over bear flag. So again here, strong move down, consolidation at the moment, breakout pattern here. You can just see it in terms of a smaller triangle here as well. And all of that would expect it to break to the downside, yeah, especially as we broke out here. Yeah, you can define here this trend line as well. We broke to the downside, retested, which is quite bearish, and stayed below it. So also here I would expect that we move down from here. It's just we need some more signals, and ideally we want to break below that $1,738 next. That would be the next target for the bears, then $1,700, and then we can aim for this area here. And I think we just need that lower low. Not necessarily, but it would, it adds up to the Elliott wave count here. So therefore I think it would be good to get another lower low. And I think that is generally what the market is aiming here for at the moment as well, because what we have seen here is just not a breakout pattern. So theoretically the low, as for other cryptos, the low could be in for ETH, but we just don't see enough evidence yet. And it's the structure here is everything. It's just not bullish yet. So therefore we need to keep a close eye on the chart. As soon as we see the first potential breakout pattern emerging, I will make you aware. And even when we had the FOMO run up here in that wave C, our stance remained bearish. So far this is working out. And only when we really see signals that the trend is reversing back to the upside, then I will make you aware. All right, that is my view about ETH. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.